So I grew up eating fish. Fish is one of my favorite things to eat. Like, I can grill it, but I don't like it when it's boiled. But I love it when it's fried, when it's grilled. And today we are making fried fish. One of my favorite things to eat. Yes, guys, I'm a Delta girl. I'm from Warri, and I stayed close to the seaside most of my life. So meaning that fish was something that we ate majority of the time with anything. I love fried fish, especially with jollof rice or fried rice. It is delicious. And today we are making fried fish, and it's not just fried fish. We are going to be making a sauce, which is like a tomato based sauce to go with the fish. And yes, I'm so excited about this. We are going to be using panla fish, which is one of my favorite things one of my favorite fishes to make or to eat. And yes, let me show you guys the ingredients that we are going to be using to make this fried fish. And I promise you, this is going to whet your appetite. So yeah, let's go. Oh, and before I go, my name is Natalie. I forgot to introduce myself because I was carried away with fish. My name is Natalie, and this is the Kitchen Legacy. This is where I get to cook over 329 recipes from my dad's old cookbook, and you're welcome to follow us on this amazing journey. So let's go. So we are going to be needing 500 grams of fish. I'm using panla for this, and 1 large onions. My onions are quite small, so I'm using two tomatoes, 150 ml of oil, a sachet of tin tomato, Mama Dora potato seasoning, salt and pepper, and flour. So the reason why we are using flour is because we want to prevent the fish from being in direct contact with the hot oil, and we want to keep that shape of the fish and to conserve the nutrients of the fish. So we are just adding Mama Dora potato seasoning to the flour to season the flour. So we are going to coat the fish in the flour. So for the fish, we are seasoning with pepper, we are seasoning with salt, and we are just going to mix everything together. If they are to be fried whole, make a slit on either side of the fish, season with salt and pepper, pressing in a little ground fresh pepper in the slit. But since we are not frying it whole, we are just going to season the fish with salt and pepper and just massage the seasoning into it before coating it in flour. Heat up your pan or your frying pan, and for me, I'm going to be using my native pot to fry this fish. I love using it to fry my puff, to fry chicken, to fry fish. It's just perfect for it. So I'm just going to be using it today to fry my fish. So you want to heat up your oil and make sure that your oil is really hot, because we are going to be frying our well-coated fish in the oil. So I'm just placing the fish into the oil one after the other. Lower the heat and allow the fish to cook through. If the heat is too high, the fish will just get burnt and will not be cooked inside. So you want to lower the heat. Don't make your heat too high. So when each side is brown, just turn it to the other side and allow it to cook, and it's time for you to remove it when it's properly brown on each side. So avoid turning the fish too often also, as it will break the fish and you just have your pieces. So if you want your fish to be intact like this, just make sure that when it's brown, that's when you turn it. Avoid turning it frequently. So you want to strain the oil to remove the burnt pieces, or you can just fry it directly like that. I blended my tomatoes, onions, added a bit of fresh pepper to this because I wanted the sauce to be really spicy. So I just poured everything to my hot oil and allowed it to boil a bit. I took my tin tomatoes, my tomato paste, and I added a bit of water to it because I wanted to loosen it up. So you can add a bit of stock to it or water and just loosen it up and add it to your tomato onion pepper blend and let it boil a bit. Add your pepper,
add your salt, add everything I want. Like I said, I added some more pepper because I wanted it to be really spicy. Mix everything up. So the recipe says that you should allow the water to dry up and the gravy becomes dry and brown, then spread it over the fish. I didn't want that. I wanted the fish to really soak up all the flavor in the sauce. So when my sauce was becoming, the water was evaporating and the oil was really floating out a bit, I added my fish to it because I wanted the fish to soak up all that flavor, all that nourishment, all that deliciousness from the sauce itself. And mala is so great because it's easy to soak up flavors into mala fish. You can easily just get all those nourishment from it. And yes, that's what I did. Instead of spreading it all over, I cooked the fish inside the sauce for a few minutes.
Our fried fish is ready, and yes guys, I did not want to just place the sauce on top like the book said. No, the recipe said no. I wanted the fish to soak in all that flavor of that tomato juice. Yes, and this is what we have. It looks amazing. I have some rice here to have our fish with, and this sauce, guys. And don't forget, again, it's just salt. There's no seasoning cube in most of these recipes or anything. It's just salt and pepper. So I'm just going to try the sauce with the rice first. That sauce is everything and more. Wow, like it is really good. Now it's time for us to taste our fish. Fried fish. Wow, it is good. Make I not even lie, it makes sense die. It's really good. Like, it's amazing that there is no seasoning cube in this, just salt and pepper, and it tastes this good. Guys, you guys definitely have to try this recipe. Alright, thank you so much for joining our channel. This food is amazing, guys. If you guys have not tried it, if you have not tried this recipe, you are missing. It is really good. It's really easy. It's something that you can quickly make for dinner or make for work next day. It's so good, guys. So good, and I advise you to try it. Thank you so much for joining us on this channel. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you guys so much. And don't forget, we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your family to come and watch the video. You know now, subscribe so you get notification every time we drop a new video. So thank you so much for being a part of this our journey, and I'll see you again next week Saturday. Bye.